I'm under fire! I see enemy! Over here! I see enemy! He's one of them! Over here! Help me! Over here! Over here! I see enemy! Over here! It's one of them! Over here! Over here! I see enemy! Grenade! I see enemy! Over here! I see enemy! Man down!
Hi, we're at 314 React here, and today we are looking at Ground Branch version 1035, which was released on May 9th. It snuck up on me just a little bit, didn't realize it was out already. I was planning on doing a video on the preview of it, but the final version is now already out. So we're going to check this out. Let's have a look at the release notes. So the first thing is that a number of mods that were made for 1034 are now going to be out of date, and they recommend that you disable all mods until they're updated to version 1035. I think if you have mods that aren't compatible, they just won't load. So you just have to wait for the modder to update them to 1035 compatibility. It looks like they've added something called the gameplay ability system, which has caused some delays, but now there's a more flexible and performance system that offers better control over the complex interplay between characters, inventory, animation, and game events. There's also the new operations menu and campaign mission demo. So it looks like they're moving into campaign sort of territory, which is a cool mode to add in. So the demo has a first pass on campaign missions, and it has AI teammates, which are very basic at the moment, which is really cool because before you've had to pretty much go in alone or obviously online. But if you're not playing online, then you're in on your own versus a lot of AI, which is very, very difficult. So to have some AI companions with you is pretty handy. I have played a couple of missions with AI teammates in the 1035 preview, and they were quite basic, but they do the job. And of course, there's controls for the AI team. There's the new customization UI, which is really cool. A lot better way of sorting between different items for weapons and stuff. Also, consolidated attachments have more than one skin, now selected by a drop down, which reduces clutter, which is good. There's been a number of other UI changes. The mag check has been changed, so you can hold the reload key to keep the mag out as long as desired. While holding the reload key, tap it once for a retention reload, or double tap to dump the old magazine. So yeah, if you're checking the magazine and it's empty, you don't have to reinsert it, just to reload it. High and low ready. Changing weapon positions can now be interrupted before the transition is complete. The players can also start firing before the weapon is fully in the ready position. This is again handy if you're in high ready or low ready. Someone jumps in front of you, you need to shoot them quick. That'll help out with that. Ladders have been overhauled a little bit, and they always were a bit tricky in previous versions, so that's good. Enemy counts can now be randomized using a new mission setting on the ops board. Day versus night spawns for the enemy should also create further gameplay variation. ballistics. We have an overhaul there in terms of bullet drop, travel time between different rounds at different ranges. A small change to damage as well. And looks like they're planning a health and armor update as well in future. That'll probably be 1036. Water volumes now impact player movement. Object interaction has been improved. There's some new inventory items, including some cool new weapons. AK-103 Alpha. Looks good. I'm waiting for them to add the AK-12 prototype. That'll be a cool gun to see. G36K Custom. Oh man. That is nice. The AUG A3. The Die Hard gun. The LVAW, which just looks amazing there. And the AS Val and ASM Val. Very much a PUBG sort of gun. 9mm sniper rifle. And this really nice pistol here, the MK24, which when fully modded up looks absolutely amazing. Looks like little tritium sights as well. Some new attachments. Scopes, red dots, spotlight and laser beams, IR strobe, and the Slam explosive charge. It's only as a set piece in the campaign mission demo. And chem lights as well, which was originally a mod in previous versions, but is now officially there, so the mod won't be required anymore. Some new clothing, balaclavas, new pouches, new skins. There's been tune-ups to the AI. So the AI may now throw frag grenades, smoke grenades to cover a retreat. They will see and investigate flashlight beams and laser pointers. That's work in progress. Be blinded temporarily by flashlights pointed at their faces at close range. Oh my god, that's awesome. New idle animations, tweaks and changes to the movement. Wow, there's AI animations for certain game events like covering fire from a helicopter during the campaign mission exfil sequence. Patrol route system has had an overhaul, so patrolling AI should be more unpredictable and cover their routes more thoroughly. Day and night spawn points, single player missions including compound, depot and others have been updated to incorporate new day and night spawns. So you're much less likely to see enemy AI patrolling fields during the night, and more likely to see idle enemy AI in houses. There's a new sleep AI state available, but it's not currently implemented. High value target AI, which will populate missions for more variety and specialized behaviors from 1036 onwards. Russian PMCs have been added. Western PMC, Insurgents, Cartel. It looks like some of the original factions, which I don't think I've even seen, such as Riot, have been retained and tweaked for now, but in due course may be retired. Some of the original factions, such as Riot, have been retained and tweaked, but may be retired in future. There's idle animations that have been added to enemy AI, so they have a bit more of a natural feel before combat begins. And there's been some new enemy faction voice lines. Now, from what I've heard, playing this new patch, they're really good, and they're freakishly realistic when they're shouting at you during combat, so it's really, really good. We've also got a new and updated maps section, and 1035 features a new map called Ranch, which looks really cool. Looks like it reminds me a lot of something out of Wildlands from 2017, which is really cool. Yep, there you go. The map is situated near the US border in Mexico and is home to a notorious cartel leader. That's why it reminds me of Wildlands. Excellent. Power station has been remade from the ground up for 1035. The layout is similar, but has been expanded considerably. Depot has had a few changes to make it fit in better with the narrative and the gameplay of the campaign mission, and just to look nicer. Small town has had a facelift to make it look a little bit more better and more realistic. And some updates to lighting, fog, and other map-related changes. Dawn and dusk have been extended, so there's much more satisfactory transitions in and out of night and day. Fog, in scattering color, and other properties have been added to the palette of environmental customizations for our level designers to use, leading to more characterful lighting. And assets like foliage have been updated with new models and materials, and new use of HLOD, which is hierarchical level of detail optimizations in various maps to improve graphical performance. Grass blades have been upgraded with more natural wind movement on depot, storage facility, ranch, small town, and the farm. There's been some new inventory updates, like field jackets and stuff, new models for some of the guns and textures for some of the guns. Night vision systems had some tweaks, new effects for underwater grenade explosions and smoke. That's really cool. The new campaign mission demo cutscenes feature a variety of special effects, and the Power Station remake includes a lot of new VFX assets. New animations for some of the guns, with some new motion capture, some extra ragdoll animations, and fixed some of the missing shotgun animations. Significant changes in audio, more environmental sound effects, walk footsteps should now be properly audible. Attenuation, changes in all the surface types for walk, run, sprint footsteps. This should make the enemy's footsteps more present in the mix and fade out naturally instead of cutting off. and the first-person player footsteps have been lowered in the mix. The modding kit has been updated for version 1035, so we should see a lot more consistent modding and modders being able to create new objects and items for the game. There's a few known issues here, and just while I was making this video, they released a new patch. So hotfix 2, there's also a hotfix 1, but we'll look at hotfix 2. Just a few general fixes, some tweaks in some of the maps, fixes to some of the weapon capacities, added some skins, a few tweaks to the UI, fixes to AI. So glad to see this update, and nice little hotfix on the day of recording this video as well. It's very, very cool. So let's dive in and check out 1035. As you can see, 1035 there, you can see the new operations tab there. Check that out in a bit. Let's go to the settings. We're running in DirectX 12, and we're running in 1080 on my laptop with a Ryzen 5 and a RTX 3060. So we've got pretty much all the settings maxed out here, and we've also got DLSS at quality. Usually I'd be playing this at 4K on my 4090, but I've just moved to New Zealand and I don't have my PC with me, I just have my gaming laptop. But we're going to see how this works in terms of performance on the laptop. There's still a few hitches, I think, due to the way the game loads assets. Hopefully they fix that in future, but it should run pretty smoothly. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Lone Wolf first, and we're going to go into Terrorist Hunt, and we're going to have the enemies on untrained, because since the last AI update, the enemies are really, really rough on trained, and it's really tough to do a video with them. So we got Ranch. Let's go check that out, the new map. Right, here we are. You can see a bit of that hitching there. So it's running like 90, 100 frames, but then every now and then there's hitching as it loads in assets and stuff. Let's go check out the modding table and some of the weapons. Your kits will get converted from the previous version, but it may not be 100% in terms of conversion. As you can see, we've got a bit of a different way of differentiating between all the weapons. It's now checkboxes, so you can check what ones you want, or you can just view all of the weapons in one go. As you can see, there's quite a lot of mods that are here, so quite a few of the modders have updated their guns to 1035. This one is really cool, the XM8. It's been a while since I've seen this in a game. Oh, and of course there's the AUG A3 there, the Die Hard gun. Really cool. But we're going to check out the XM8 mod, just because I think it looks really cool. And then we'll probably use a bit of the AUG, just for a bit of variation. Which leads us nicely into the new modding screen here for the weapons. As you can see here, you can select between the different types of attachments for the weapon really nicely. There's a little search box there. Just makes it a bit easier to search through. And if there are different skins for these items, then I believe there is now a drop down. So if you have a attachment that has FDE or a black color, you can now switch between them rather than them being two separate blocks here. Can't see any of them here. There's two separate ones here for a mod. Let's check out the 416. Let's go to red dots. Here we go. Right. So on the 416, it's got a lot more attachments. As you can see here, you've got the 6-hour Romeo 4. And if you go to the corner here, you can switch between black and FDE. So some of the mods, they still have the separate blocks for the different colors, but the official ones that have different skins and the newer mods, you can just flick between them. So instead of having this duplicated just with the different colors, you could just select them under here. And it looks like the 416 has had some touch-ups on it, because that looks really good. That is amazing. If we look through the assault rifles, the spears on there, excellent. Quite a lot of the guns have been ported already to 1035, which is really good. But anyway, we were going to look at the XM8. So this is a really funky looking weapon. I remember last properly playing it on Infiltration, which is a full conversion mod for the game Unreal Tournament. And it was very similar to Ground Branch. And I just remember having the XM8 in it. So this is going to be a nostalgia trip to about 2006 when I was last playing that. So let's go. There we go. There's the kind of sight that works with the XM8. Go for a FDE one. Oh, look at that. That's very nice. That's more of a bronze FDE. That is really nice. Look at that. Oh, it's Picatinny rails on this, I believe, but I don't think there's any way to put any grips under this. And I think that may be a different rail system there for attaching lasers and lights and stuff, but we'll see what illumination we can put on this. Yeah, there we go. Hollow sun on. Let's go for a black hollow sun here. See, that's where the modder needs to take this LS321 and combine the black and the sand one into one block and select the skin from that little corner tab, but they haven't done that yet. That magazine, let's go for this one. Nothing too complicated for this, so let's save that. We've got a mod here, which is the Pit Viper, which is some really intensely glowing tritium sights there. Whether the real gun has tritium sights that glow that heavily, I don't know, but it looks fantastic. Really, really cool John Wick. We've got that as well. Let's go to the shooting range here, see how the XM8 looks. Look at that. There's the new magazine check where you can hold the R button and keep the mag there. Then reinsert. I believe if you hold it and tap, you can reload. There you go. Because before, if you held R, the character would just put the mag back in. So if you determine that you're out of ammo, you have to put the magazine in, then reload. Whereas now you can go and just throw it away and chuck a new one in. You see there the frame rate dropping as I fire the weapon for the first time, as I think it's loading the sound, which causes a drop. Hopefully there's a way they can pre-cache a lot of this stuff so that doesn't happen anymore. But yeah, this gun looks fantastic. Just needs a little bit of work as the hand isn't fully on the front of the weapon there. Pit Viper. The guns all sound quite a bit better, so they've definitely reworked the sound system because it sounds real good now. Also, the new magazine check system is an easy way to go. Fire a round off and then, oh yeah. Alright, so let's dive into the ranch. Oh, this looks really nice. And we're running in DirectX 12, which should hopefully offer some performance benefit, although I've not seen too much of a performance. Whoa! I've not seen too much of a performance difference between DirectX 11 and 12 yet. Oh, these bushes and stuff look real good. Look at that. That looks really nice. So this is in UE4 at the moment, I believe. I hope one day they push it to UE5, because this game... Whoa! Oh my god! Because this game would benefit massively from like nanite and stuff and lumen. There's some of the new voice lines. So we're up against the cartel here again, a lot like Wildlands. Oh, this looks really good. There's a lot of screen space ambient occlusion and stuff, so you can kind of see off-screen occlusion isn't working and some oddities there as you go near objects. So you can see the occlusion is kind of disappearing near that object because it can't grab the data from the screen space, from the wall. So that'd be, again, good to see a lumen solution there. But still looks fantastic, though. Whoa! Oh my god, that made me jump. The voice lines are really good now. Whoever recorded them made them sound really scary. So when someone shouts at you now, it can make you jump. And they will throw grenades and stuff at you now as well. Whoa! Luckily we're on untrained, so they're not completely lethal as they can be. Whoa, my god! So we've got 20 enemy resistance here. Untrained. Randomize enemy number. A lot. Randomize it a little bit. It does feel like the AI has been tweaked to be really good now because even untrained seems to be quite lethal. I just hope they fix the issue that I was seeing when I was playing this last week, where if you kill an enemy while they're throwing a grenade, they get stuck in the animation, even if you kill them, so you just have enemies standing there that are dead. Don't think vaulting's been implemented yet. Nope, so you can't jump over some objects easy. Playing solo kind of indicates how tough this game is when you're on your own. So it's kind of like 2 is 1, 1 is none sort of thing, where it's just you on your own. You're gonna get taken out pretty easily. So that's why they've introduced the AI teammates in operations to help you out. Oh, look how nice the lighting is there. That is really smooth. For something that's not using ray tracing, that is looking really nice. Because it's looking really clean here. But they can't pre-rake the lighting like in, say, Counter-Strike 2. Because Counter-Strike 2 doesn't have any time of day stuff. All the maps are static, whereas this does have dynamic time of day. So to have it this clean and it's not baked is really clever stuff. Oh yeah, this is intense. God, I love this. This is great. Oh boy. Alright, Pit Viper time. Whoa! Oh my god. Oh god, they're everywhere. They are everywhere. Still no weather option yet. I can't wait for that to be added. I can't wait to do a mission in the rain. I've just changed to small town here. So let's go to the org. Let's check out the new K24, which looks really nice. Look at that. There's still the fact that the left click moves the gun around and also removes objects. So it is possible every now and then to accidentally click on this when you're trying to move the object around and remove the attachment. I think they should use the middle mouse button for moving around and separate that out, but it's not too much of a big deal. Let's have a quick look at the org. Oh, that is really nice. Look at the detail on that. Tactical light on the side there. There we go. There we go. Nice bullpup. Oh, look at that animation. Here we go. Here we go. There you go. Nice little animation for adjusting the zoom there. The scope should hopefully give us the ability to see some enemies idling. There we go. Whoa! They always seem to see me. I think the enemies do have a slightly superhuman sense of vision. They always seem to see me from like miles away. Kind of like Far Cry style. So I don't know if that needs a little bit of adjustment. Oh boy. Oh, look at that. They got a nice little tacked out AR-15 there. That's pretty cool. I really want to try and blind an enemy with the flashlight. That's such a cool new addition. Oh god, there's someone upstairs. Oh god, you can really hear the footsteps now. That's freaky. Oh man, this update has made this game so intense. Oh god! Yeah, it's not just the new guns and the other additions, it's the audio that's really made it so much more intense. And that's such a huge impact on the gameplay. My god, that's like a Tarkov death. Oh man. It looks so good as well. It looks really, really good. God, they've got a lot more variety of weapons now as well, MP5s and stuff. Right, let's pick up this MP5. One thing that you can't do at the moment is sort of loot them for ammo. So you only have the ammo that you get with the gun that you pick up off them. You can't, loot their vests and stuff for extra mags. At least I don't think so anyway. That'd be a cool thing to add in. Right, here we go. I swear the graphics have had quite a bit of a tweak. The lighting looks really good, and that was mentioned in the release, but just the overall graphics look really good. Yeah, in order to get off the ladder, you now have to press F, so you don't accidentally expose yourself without wanting to. Nice little gameplay addition. The ladders also feel a little less awkward than they did. Let's see if we can go for frag into that window there. Nope. Oh, look at that effect. Nice shot through the wood. Look at that. Look at the textures on this. It's the last two. There we go. Yeah, definitely a lot of updates to the graphics and the audio and the AI. But let's check out the operations. So this is kind of the beginning of campaign, and this is the little demo of it. So it gives you a little bit of background here as to why you're going into this zone. It gives you your primary objectives. It gives you the weather, terrain, a little map that you can analyze. So you can properly sit here with a little notepad and prep yourself. And there's your high value target. Looks like maybe civilians in a future update as well, which will be interesting. And you can deploy an online mode, and you can invite other players in to join you, or you can go into offline mode and you can have AI teammates. So let's go into offline mode, and it's unmounting mods. I'm guessing those are the mods that aren't compatible with 1035, or it's just unloading all mods because it might not allow mods in the campaign. Let's go to the workbench. Oh, there are mods. Okay. Looks like some of the mods pictures aren't loading. Oh, okay. So that might be a bug then. It looks like you can't use mods in the campaign, which kind of makes sense, but the little squares are still there, but they just don't load. Although this one's there, and that's a mod. Not sure what's happening there. That's weird. I believe this was one of the newer weapons added, so let's select this. Now this is an absolute beast. Look at that. The one thing I wouldn't mind is a little bit more detail with the guns and stripping them down. There's been some mods added with some of the weapons where you can take off the stocks and grips and stuff, but it's not native to the game yet, I believe. It would just be really cool to go Tarkov level with this, where you can strip it right down, take the barrels out, firing pins, stuff like that. Let's put a Spectre on there. Here we go. What we can do is go to a red dot, the red dot on top there, a nice stubby grip on there. I think that suppressor is built in, can't change that. Nice big tack light on there, and then a little laser module. Can we go a little bit extra, move this forward a bit, put some backup sights on. There we go, that's looking good. So let's keep the current MK24. We need to sabotage North AA site at the radio tower, eliminate PMC commander in the village area, verify the contents of the 2 warehouses in the compound, sabotage South AA site, and exfil via helipad. And secondary objective is gather intel in the suspected command outpost. There's only one way in. There's your bits of intel you can check out, which cause a bit of lag when they load. Probably needs a bit of fixing. Let's go. There's your time of day. This has had some rework as well. This looks amazing. Look at that. Oh, there's even a boat going by. How cool is that? There's my team. So they just kind of follow you at the moment. They don't really have much of a formation. And they've sort of got their weapons pointed at me, which isn't great. But it's a work in progress, so it's all good. And if you press K, you can issue orders. So let's go silent. Trouble is you have to click to give the orders, and it makes you fire your weapon at the same time. So that's a little bit of a bug. Needs a little bit more work there. But again, it is work in progress. So what we're going to do is we're going to head up here to the first AA gun. The good thing is that you can now look at the map, and your teammates will offer a bit more protection for you, so you're not totally exposed anymore when you're on your own. Whoa! Okay. Yeah, the AI sounds really calm when they do callouts. So I think those voice lines are just placeholders for the moment. You see a little red thing on the floor there. That's an indicator of where you can plant a charge. About to plant a slam charge, which you'll recognise from Half-Life 2. So you can go, oh yeah, you can go timed detonation or manual detonation with this. Manual detonation. Determine when you blow up, because I imagine when you blow it up, all the AI on the map will be alerted. So you can plant it and then get to a safer location. Let's get the detonator. Take out this AA gun. Ho ho ho! Oh, that was cool. Whoa! Oh my god, they absolutely rushed me there. I think you have the option to go in alone as well. At least I hope you do. Again, it's all about options. Whether you go in alone, going with teammates, what weapons you take, what equipment you take, how you plan on doing it, all that kind of stuff. I love that. I love that variety of choice. Look how good this looks. Let's check out the frag grenade effect in the water here. This looks like we're in Stalker now. Oh, that was awesome. See how smoke does in the water. Look at that. Smoke is completely ineffective under the water. I love that attention to detail. And there we go, as we go beneath the water, you can feel it affecting your movement speed. You see, if they were a bit more better with their formation and finding spots for cover, this guy's kind of found a little cover spot to hide behind, but he's kind of aiming at a wall. So if you had a dude like behind this rock facing here, and then a dude a bit more out here to cover you, behind here, and then a person kind of immediately behind you on this wall, a little bit to the right to cover you, the AI would be a lot more effective at giving you cover.
Contact.
Whoa! Didn't even see that. Some of the new tree assets there that look really good. Let's go back to the main menu. See, there's a lot of work that needs to be done for the AI there, but it is very, very cool. Now, this isn't going to be a comprehensive look at 1035, just a high-level view of some of the additions. Now, the power station has been redone, so let's drop in on power station, terrorist hunt. See, that's remounting the mods. I'm guessing there's a different compatibility matrix of mods for Lone Wolf than there are on the campaign, so it's now reactivating them. Let's go for the Sig Spear. Oh, that looks good. Look at that. Alrighty, let's dive in. Okay, for some reason that did not save that at all. After I built it and saved it, or supposedly saved it, it wasn't showing, and I didn't have a main weapon at all, which is weird. That's for the modded weapons. So maybe there's bugs with modding some of the guns. Never mind, let's go for the G36K custom, the pre-built. That looks very, very cool. Very 24 Season 6. Let's check it out. Oh yeah. Little magnifier. Here we go. Let's dive in. The new power station. I always struggle with this map actually. I always get killed on it really easily. This does look good. Oh my god, the ragdoll is crazy. I think they need to tone that ragdoll down just a little bit. And there's either a storm or a war zone going on out there, which makes me really want the weather system implemented and to have a rainy, stormy level. God, the frame rate has just dropped really hard there for some reason. Don't know why. Gone out like 24 frames a second. Let's see if I can restart the game. So we're loaded back in the game here. Let's see how it runs now. Still haven't managed to see any idle animations yet because the enemy sees me really quickly. So I don't get the chance to sneak up on them for some idle animations. See, that death was a little bit more realistic. When they fly back, it's like going back to 2000s ragdolls. Yeah, this is where the frame rate dropped last time. It's not doing it now. So it may have just been something weird happening. The PBR workflows for the polymer and the metal textures just looks phenomenal. Look at this lighting down here. How cool is that? Also, what they should add in is extra options to operate the guns with, like Tarkov, where you can check the chamber and do various things with the charging handle and stuff like that. That would be cool to add in keyboard shortcuts for that. Whoop! Oh man. It's UE4, but it's looking photoreal in some places. Look at that destruction. See, look at that. Look how much he flew back. That's funny. That's giving a ridiculous action movie sort of vibe. Oh, the frame rate has dropped again. Don't know why the frame rate is dropping like this. No other map has done it. It could just be a case of it's this new map. So yeah, I'm probably going to finish the video off there. This is a really cool update. The operations mode is really cool. The new map is really cool. The rework maps are amazing. The graphics are really cool. The new audio is great. Just still needs a little bit of work. That is to be expected, given the amount of work that needs to be done for the AI and stuff. Absolutely fantastic game. Looks fantastic. Plays fantastic. Already can't wait for version 1036. And again, this video was not a comprehensive look at everything in 1035, but it does give a general overview. So thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Subscribe, there's always a new video every week on tech and video games. Hope everyone's staying safe, and I will see you in the next video.